Bill O'Reilly thought that Biden would be out of the race by now. Now he says tomorrow is a make or break day. Is he going to be right? Let's ask him. Bill O'Reilly, why is tomorrow make or break?
Well, if Biden falters tomorrow in the press conference, he'll have to resign. But I didn't say he would be out of the race already. That's not true.
Really?
What I did.
Step one. By the way, why does Chris Cuomo feel so comfortable disrespecting the legendary Bill O'Reilly?
Right. And I got it right
disagrees.
here, Cuomo. I can read it to you if you want.
What is that?
Okay. Well, whoever disagrees needs to read what I actually said. I said that the Democratic chieftains have made the decision that Joe has to go. It's absolutely true. And I'll prove it in a moment. But Barack Obama's most powerful person in the Democratic Party, Ron Klain, is second. All right.
Really?
It doesn't matter what the Congress people say.
Why is Chris Cuomo acting so surprised, man? Why is he acting so surprised that this is the case?
It doesn't matter.
You're not on CNN anymore, bro.
What Nancy Pelosi has weight. There's no doubt about that. Schumer didn't have much, but Obama and Klain
has the power.
Ron Klain, hey, believe me.
Okay.
They made the decision.
All right, this is my last time interrupting it, but he's such a smug. He's laughing like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're stupid. Yeah, you're lying." Like, you know what I mean? But here we go with the education of Bill O'Reilly.
That Biden cannot beat Trump in Biden's state, primarily because they believe there will be a number of other incidents before the vote. So it's not like Joe's going to rise like a phoenix and be a strong guy. That's not happening. Things are going to get worse. So Barack Obama and Ron Klain, the two guys that are really driving the Democratic train, said, we got to get somebody else. That's why George Clooney wrote this op-ed in the New York Times. It's not like Clooney late last night was at his terminal saying, I'm going to write an article and send it to the New York Times. That's not what happened. The New York Times called Clooney, hoping to persuade him to get on their side. As you rightly pointed out, the New York Times twice has editorialized that Joe must go, and are now trying to get allies to get him out. Well, Clooney's first call had to be to his best pal, Barack Obama. He knows the Massachusetts area code, because Clooney would never do that independently. He would have to do it in the context of the leadership of the party giving him the okay. That's how it works. Okay.
By the way, are you guys following Bill O'Reilly when he says all of this? Because apparently Chris Cuomo is acting once again very surprised by all these things. He's reacting in a very, once again, smug way. This is what Democrats do. Yeah, okay, yeah, you conspiracy theorists. But in reality, hey man, he's cooking. Because think about it. Just a month and a half ago, George Clooney was raising money for Joe Biden with Barack Obama and a whole bunch of celebrities.
And Obama presumably said, that's the way you feel, George, go right ahead. And George did. So that's where we are. A couple of other points before we get to the press conference. Donald Trump wants to run against Joe Biden. He believes that Biden is the easiest target for him.
That I believe.
And he believes it for the same reason that Barack Obama wants Biden out. The reasons are the same. That Biden is going to collapse before the vote in November. And if he does collapse in October, it's all over. Now, the Democrats they can pivot and make an adjustment. Now, the press conference tomorrow, I have 10 simple man questions. I know Dusty's not going to give me the time, but I would like the press, and by the way, the press has covered, Cuomo, you're absolutely wrong, for Joe Biden. Just today, the CBS News president was thrown overboard because of what she did to Catherine Herridge, who was aggressively investigating the Hunter Biden laptop for CBS.
No, that's not the allegation. The allegation is that they've been hiding Biden's infirmity. Catherine Herridge is a separate issue, and I think Catherine Herridge...
She got fired for it. What are you talking about? You guys remember when CBS fired Catherine Herridge? You guys remember that? This guy, yo, this guy wouldn't even take accountability. Live on Patrick Bet-David's podcast live, did a live stream where they were doing a debate about 2020, about the things that he got wrong during that time. If you know what I'm talking about, and we're monetized, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Remember, this guy didn't even want to admit that he was wrong about what he said about people on CNN. Such a smug, bro.
Rich is right, by the way. But that's
okay.
I don't believe the
What
Biden.
you
If you think the
said,
media has
you-
been covering for Biden, you haven't been watching television for the last week.
Now they're not covering. Are you crazy? Now they're not, because they want him out. Now they've been covering for him for the last 4 years. Look at Bill O'Reilly. He's ready to go.
Okay. It's not the last week. It's 3.5 years.
But
The media
wasn't
has covered
covering
for
him.
Biden until they couldn't. Until
That's
they
just-
couldn't any longer.
This is your opinion.
Because people
This is
saw
not
it
a
with
fact.
their own eyes.
This is
That's
people
true.
have always seen it with his
But
own eyes.
It is not.
He didn't change on the
Look,
debate
you gotta
night.
do the
Bill. You
math
know
here.
that. Go ahead, do some math.
Well, Cuomo, you got to do the math.
Yeah,
here.
do the math.
Okay, if the president of CBS News is walked to the door, and the reason is because CBS was covering for Biden by telling its main investigative reporter not to pursue the Hunter Biden laptop, that's covering.
But no,
That's
the
covering for
allegation
Biden.
is that the media has been hiding that Joe Biden is infirm. And just for the audience, because I don't want to get
Are you denying? Is he denying reality again? This is what they do. I mean, this guy does not change. You're not on CNN anymore, bro.
too far
There
from the speculation.
are 500 allegations.
Just
It's all in the same soup.
no, but that's
can.
not the suggestion.
Okay,
And just
simple-
to be clear,
Okay.
I disagree with Bill. People who have been around President Obama the last few days is absolutely concerned. He has said nothing about believing Joe Biden can't win or that he's telling Joe Biden to get out. The idea that
Nor will
Ron
he.
Klain is the head of the Democratic Party is laughably
Didn't say he was the head of the
absurd.
Democratic Party.
Okay. Yes, you did. You said
Didn't
he's the
say
second
that.
most powerful
Listen,
guy
you
in
know,
the Democratic
Cuomo, I'm
Party.
getting a little.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little teed off here.
Really?
Stop misquoting me.
What did you
You're
say?
Oh, this is getting good. Smash the like.
better than
Ron
that,
Klain?
so knock it off.
What did you say about Ron
I said
Klain?
he's one of the chieftains.
You did not. You said he's the
He's one of the
second most
chieftains of the
powerful
party.
person in the party, and I'm saying that's
In
laughable.
my opinion, he is.
Okay, your
Okay,
opinion.
you
I'll give
laugh all you want, but you're not telling the truth to the audience by
Really?
misquoting
About
me.
what?
Period.
About what?
Yeah, one name. One name.
Yeah.
David Axelrod.
Yeah.
You think Axelrod's going out on CNN
And saying
saying Biden has to go out without Obama's approval?
Yes.
Are you that dumb?
yes,
Woo-hoo-hoo! Are you that stupid?
Are you that dumb?
yes.
Okay, there we
David
go.
Axelrod
Thank
says
you.
a lot of things without Obama's approval. You don't know David Axelrod well enough
Got
to know the answer to that question. I could call him right now and get
Okay.
it. That's the difference. But you
Yeah.
can get hot.
And
Bill.
they're going to tell you.
Usually
the
it's a
truth,
sign
right?
of insecurity in a position, just so you know. But go
Yeah, I'm
ahead about the press
insecure.
conference.
Don't misquote me.
Oh, please. You
Don't
said Ron
misquote.
Klain is a big shot in the party.
Okay.
He isn't. It's just the truth.
Yeah,
But
he
go
is.
ahead.
He was Biden's chief of staff.
I
for
know who he
2.5
was. He
years.
also left to make money.
Come on.
And nobody's knocking on his door because he's never been particularly effective.
Okay, fine. Let's now. I got what I had to say, and I admire you for sitting there like a man and hearing it. Okay.
Thanks, Bill. Means everything.
Simple man questions.
Yes.
Simple man
Such a smug, man. This guy is such a smug.
questions. Okay.
What are they?
First one. It might be a good thing to reassure the American public for you to take a cognitive test by an independent physician or battery of physicians. And I think that your opponent should do so as well. Will you take such a test?
Then he says no. What's the follow?
The follow-up, why will you not reassure the American public?
Okay. Next.
Dude, you can't even defend that. Did like Chris Cuomo, bro. Like, you're not on CNN anymore. This is crazy.
I think he's going to, we
Number
know
two.
what he's going to say to those things, but it's a good question to ask. Next.
Well, they have to be asked.
Yeah.
Number two, so far your immigration policies have cost the American taxpayer $500 billion. Okay? How can you justify that?
Good. I like it. Next.
All right. Number three, drug deaths have risen on your watch 36%. Why?
Oh, I like the why. That's good. Then you get him into his explanation mode to see if he can
Five.
get away from the problem at the border with the cartels. I like it. Next.
Five, the average price of gasoline is up 38%. under your watch. Why?
There's a good answer to that one.
Next
I don't know if
question.
he'll give it. Next.
What's the answer to that? What's the answer to that? What is the answer to that, Chris? Go ahead, answer it.
Right? Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it from him. Grocery prices have increased 21% during your administration. Why? Next one. Do you support any restrictions on abortion whatsoever? Next one. Considering Catholic doctrine, do you have any concern that your position on abortion will be an issue after you die?
Ooh, that's heavy.
Pretty tough. Pretty tough, right?
I mean, for us
Okay,
it is,
but
right? Because we're
remember,
Catholics.
Biden
But
makes
I don't know. So if
Well,
people aren't,
Biden-
Oh, you're no Catholic, buddy. You're no Catholic, buddy. And look, man, these are great questions. He's cooking. This is what Bill O'Reilly does. Bill O'Reilly's been around here for a minute. He's asking the right questions. It's so funny. So funny that the mainstream media covered. And guess who covered right with them? Chris Cuomo. That's why he doesn't want to admit this stuff, because he ran cover. And now Bill O'Reilly is pretty much letting him know, hey, do you know, like, the big shots are making calls. They're not happy with Joe Biden right now. They want him out. And this is like the wildest thing happening right now, and he's acting like it doesn't exist. Let's close it out.
makes an issue. Well, that's fine. My job as a journalist. He makes a show of being a Catholic. So I have a question about that. Do you support a wealth tax whereby the federal government would demand payments on unrealized investment gains?
Okay.
Right? And the final one is, you appointed Vice President Harris to explore the root causes of illegal immigration. You did that 2.5 years ago. What did she report back to you?
I like that one. You lost me in the middle a little bit because I think he's got answers for them.
Oh my God, I'm done. I just wanted to show you guys the type of man Chris Cuomo is versus the type of man Bill O'Reilly is. And I want to say this to people watching this video. It's so crazy that the mainstream media, when Fox News and other conservative journalists, let's go with that, because you can call journalism whatever at this point. I don't even know who's a journalist now. But conservative media as a whole was right on the money. And guess what? They were right this whole time. Now you see CNN trying to push Joe Biden out. Now you see CNN not trying to run cover because it was so bad. The fact that he accepted to debate Donald Trump in the world stage after everything that Donald Trump they put Donald Trump through, they lost. And now they're trying to find the best way possible to get out. But guess what? We see right through it. And guess what? Obama, Clooney, Nancy Pelosi, everybody's making a call, including George Clooney. We see everything. We see it all. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. That'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know it's very early in the morning for some people. Some people are probably going to watch this video later. So if you're watching this later, let me know what you think about Bill O'Reilly pretty much saying what he has to say, because apparently Chris Cuomo does not believe him when he says that the big shots have made the call and they are trying to get Biden out of here. And once again, you don't have to like Bill O'Reilly, but you just know that he's making a lot of sense here. And you have to give credit where credit is due. But one other question that I have is, why would Patrick Bet-David, aka PBD Podcast, aka Valuetainment, why would you hire and make this guy a part of your team? Because he's just not a realist. He's not a realist. He claims to be a Catholic, a Catholic liberal. That really makes no sense. We got another $5 donation. Thank you so much. I don't hold grudges because I love Americans. I love Americans too, man. I love Americans too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see you guys later on this channel, and I'll see you guys later on the main channel. I see you guys. Smash the like button if you guys can. Thank you for your super chats. And once again, prayers to this channel to stay monetized. I'll see you guys on the next one.